Lisbon is one of the oldest and most celebrated cities in Europe, but it wasn't always the capital of Portugal. The title was first held by Gulbenkian and then Coimbra. The city is now one of the most popular in the country. Its metropolitan area only covers 3% of Portugal, but over a quarter of its population lives there. Join Vucation as we tell you about the best things to do in Lisbon, Portugal. Tram 28. Lisbon first got its tram lines in 1873, and these early cars were pulled by horses. By the 1960s, there were 27 lines running on electricity. Tram 28 is the most famous of the original 6. It connects Martim Moniz and Campo Ourique and passes over Lisbon's most popular neighborhoods and attractions. The cars get crowded, so arrive in the early morning or late at night to avoid crowds, and keep an eye on your belongings to protect yourself from pickpockets. A one-day public transport ticket, also known as a Lisbon card, is the easiest way to get access. You can also join a tuk-tuk tour that covers the entire route in a more relaxed way that's perfect for photographers. Belem Tower and Jeronimos Monastery. Belem Tower was built to protect Lisbon Harbor from intruders and used as a prison in 1580. Enjoy its architecture or climb to the top of its staircase. Jeronimos Monastery was built to honor explorer Vasco da Gama. It became a monastery in the 17th century and was also a school and orphanage until 1940. The architecture shows off the ornate Manueline style named after King Manuel I. The tower and chapel share the same opening, and both are registered as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The Lisbon card grants you access to the Belem Tower. A combination ticket will give you access to both the tower and the monastery. Lisbon Cathedral. Also known as Sé de Lisboa, this cathedral was built by Alfonso I in 1147. It has survived several earthquakes and been renovated many times, but it still maintains its classic charm. The architecture is beautiful enough to keep your attention, but you can also visit the cloister and upstairs treasury. You'll see jewels and relics while soaking in a beautiful view. The cathedral's open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Entry is free, but seeing the cloister and treasury requires a small extra fee. Cristo Rei. This large statue was built in the 1950s to resemble the impressive Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro. Reach it by taking an Uber, going on a ferry from Cais de Sodré to Cachile, and then hopping on bus 101, or walking 40 minutes from Cachilha. Elevador de Santa Justa. Raoul Meissner de Ponsard studied under Gustave Eiffel, creator of the Eiffel Tower. He used his knowledge to create this neo-Gothic elevator. This steam-powered wonder is over a century old. It has 2 cabins and provides an easy way to reach Bairro Alto without a strenuous climb up a hill. You'll get a beautiful view when you reach the 150-foot summit. Monsato Park. This green haven is 3 times larger than New York's famous Central Park. It's perfect for outdoor fun and large enough to lose yourself in. The National Tile Museum. Lisbon is known for its ceramic tiles known as azuelojs. They're found on buildings, palaces, villas, and more. The National Tile Museum honors these beautiful decorative pieces. Its exhibits date back to the 15th century and can show single tiles or full murals. You can also learn more about their history and how they're made. You'll fall in love with the azuelojos at the museum, and make sure to visit Cortico and Nestos. It's a shop run by Joaquim Jose Cortico and his grandchildren, where you can buy tiles from factories that went out of business. Gulbenkain Museum. Calouste Gulbenkian was an oil tycoon and art collector. He gathered over 6,000 works of art and donated them to Portugal. Exhibits go all the way from 2000 BC to the early 20th century, with art from Egypt, Europe, China, and more. Museo du Oriente. The history of Portugal is tied to the history of Asia because its residents were the first Europeans to have a presence there. This museum has celebrated that since it opened in 2008. Exhibits include maps, charts, painted screens, and other important artifacts. One of the best is the Shadows of Asia. It hosts South Asian shadow puppets from the Kwak On collection. The museum also offers courses on language, cuisine, and Ikaban, and music and dance concerts. Oceanario da Lisbon. This is one of the best things to do in Lisbon if you want a view of its marine life. It's the world's largest indoor aquarium with over 1 million gallons of water and 8,000 creatures, including birds, fish, amphibians, and mammals. They live in 5 isles that represent the North Atlantic, Antarctica, temperate Pacific, and tropical Indian Ocean ecosystems, with a global aquarium in the middle. The oceanarium is also full of regular activities such as guided tours, shark sleepovers, and Fado shows. It can take at least half of your day to see everything it has to offer. Pasteis de Belem. This is one of the best things to do in Lisbon because it's arguably one of its most famous places to eat. It was built in 1834 as a way for the Jeronimos Monastery to sell sweets. The delicious tarts, known as pastéis, became so popular they had to create their own building to sell them. It's covered in blue and white azulejos. Before we tell you more about the best things to do in Lisbon, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Café Martino de Aclada. This is Lisbon's oldest restaurant. It only sold drinks and ice when it opened in 1782. It still honors its history by holding a place for famous poet Fernando Pessoa because it was one of his favorite places. It also offers affordable meals and drinks. Santini Ice Cream. This was one of the first ice cream parlors in Lisbon. Attilo Santini opened it in 1949, and it used to be a favorite of elites and even the Spanish royal family. It's a bit more accessible today, but still offers delicious all-natural ice creams and sorbets. Red Frog. Ring the bell to enter this American Prohibition-era bar in Lisbon. It got its name from the red frog on its door and offers plenty of cocktails. The menu changes on the regular, and you may want to leave your drink choice up to the bartender. Tejo Bar. Amateur artist, novelist, and poet Mané do Café opened this unique spot where he offers daily readings. It's also full of low seats and shelves where you can read a book or play a board game while you enjoy a drink. Fado. Listening to Fado is one of the best things to do in Lisbon if you want a taste of its culture. It's a musical style that has a melancholy tone. It focuses on themes such as saudade, a Portuguese word that expresses sadness over missing someone. Fama del Falma gives Fado performances Thursday through Saturday after 8:30 p.m. There are also concerts you can attend, such as the Fado in Caido. There are even concert and dinner tours to join. The Museu do Fado is the best place to learn about the history of the style. Lux Fragil. Talented DJs, international guests, and local bands frequent this popular club to keep the music pumping. You'll hear a bit of everything, including electronic, hip-hop, and 80s hits. Lux has 2 dance floors, one for those who want to dance all night, and the other for a more casual experience. It also has a roof terrace if you just want a beautiful view of the river. LX Factory. This old industrial factory is now one of the best things to do in Lisbon. It's full of shops, bars, restaurants, art galleries, and more. There are also regular events, concerts, and art shows, as well as a market every Sunday. Benfica Stadium. Portugal has many football clubs, but this is one of the biggest spaces dedicated to the sport. It's where the team SL Benfica plays in front of 65,000 fans. You can get a tour of the press room and locker room, see trophies, and learn about their history. The stadium is closed on Mondays, match days, and a few days before and after international matches. Avenida da Liberdade. Visiting this street is one of the best things to do in Lisbon if you're ready to empty your wallet. It's the most expensive street in the country and among the top 10 most expensive in Europe. It's 1.5 kilometers long and full of name brands and designer shops. You can also go to the Park Eduardo VII to enjoy a local festival. Rossio Square. Legend says a waitress who worked here gifted red flowers to soldiers fighting against Salazar's dictatorship. They've represented the revolution ever since, and this square has also been an important meeting place. The restaurants here, including Café Nicola, are delicious but crowded. It's also full of traditional shops. Stop by the fantastic world of Portuguese sardines to get a unique souvenir, a sardine can with your name on it. Fiera de Ladra and Time Out Market. This market is one of the best things to do in Lisbon when you're looking for a unique souvenir to take back with you. Rumors about selling stolen goods earned it the name Ladra, which means thief in Portuguese. It's only open Tuesdays and Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you'd rather sample local food, try the Time Out Market. It has over 40 stalls with food tested by city experts. It also has over 25 restaurants, a shop, cooking academy, bar, club, and a showroom. The market hosts regular events and cooking classes. It's open every day from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites in Lisbon? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.